Hi, Brian from Airflow Music here once again. This is day 30 of the 30 days of long tones. Welcome back. We did it. Set the challenge of playing our long tones every day for 30 days, and here we are. This is day 30. And it's been quite an extraordinary experience in many ways for me. I've certainly learned a lot about what I need to do to be consistent in my playing and in my practicing, and also just to get certain facets of my technique going. And so this has really been a very positive thing for me, and really the greatest pleasure of it is that so many of you joined in. And it's been great to hear so many comments from you and questions and feedback and all of that good stuff. So thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate it. It would have been a really strange and lonely experience to just record these on my own for 30 days if no one was watching. So I do really appreciate that. And to that end, if you've hung with me and you've been here since day one and you've played these every day, please do comment and say hey below this video. If you've done that, well done to you. That's great. I hope you found it to be a positive experience on the whole. I've heard from a lot of you along the way, and a lot of you regularly along the way. But yeah, if you've done it, good for you. That's a little discipline right there, and I hope you come away with it feeling like it's been a positive thing. So where do we go from here? I set out for this to be a 30-day challenge to try and find out what playing long tones was all about, and I've learnt a lot about it. And certainly for myself, for my slotting, and just for my overall security in playing, I feel like it's been really positive. My chops feel stronger, they feel more consistent, and not just in the range that we've been playing in the long tones either. The couple times I've actually been out of the house and had gigs lately, as we start to step towards this post-pandemic world, you know, some things have been really slotting well in a way that they didn't before. It's been really interesting. Yeah, overall my breath control is better. I've been practicing that every day, and also this is the first time I've, consistently practiced something the same way every day for a long time. So just having that consistency of really practicing something every day and actually being fastidious about one particular thing as well has been really positive for me. And so moving forward, even though the challenge was to play 30 days, you may not be surprised to learn that I'm going to be continuing in some shape or form. I'll be playing long tones most every day from here on out. To that end, for the most part, I am going to stick to 30-second long tones, I think, because it's still something that I'm challenged with in certain registers. I've gotten a lot more consistent at it. I've gotten a lot better at it for the most part, but it's still something I need to work on, so I'm still working towards that. Although personally, I'm actually going to expand the range I play the long tones in a little bit. Just add a few notes to begin with, and there will be a final addendum video to this series coming later this week, when I'll go through and share the next two sets I'll be working my way through to gradually build up to. Still expanding series, just starting with different central notes and things like that. So watch out for those. I'll be trying those out for myself for a couple of days and then deciding which one I want to record on camera for the first time. Anyway, but other than that, I'm going to be doing these long tones in some shape or form from here on out. And I hope that all of you have found enough value in them that you want to do the same thing. In terms of video series, we'll do another 30 days. We probably won't do long tones again. These videos aren't going anywhere, so if you've come to this late or just found these, go back to episode 1. We've talked about different things along the way, and you can still play your long tones every day. And, so it will be a future 30-day series. I'm still deciding what the next one is going to be. which area of technique I want to do, and also how I'm going to approach it. So we're not starting right away, but it'll be coming up in a few weeks, before long. I would imagine probably sometime in October we'll get started. So keep an eye out for that. Subscribe to the channel so you're notified and all that kind of stuff if you haven't already. Okay, and what else did I have to say? I'm not sure that there is anything. It's probably a good idea to get into this set for the last time, and if anything else occurs to me, you can hear about it after we're done. So, for the 30th time, here's the set. We're grooving on the same thing we've gotten into. It's 30-second long tones, 15-second breaks. I'm playing on the soft side. I am tapping my foot. I'm subdividing the beat. The click on the metronome is going at 60 beats a minute. I'm thinking of this in 5/4, and I'm subdividing each beat into 16th notes or semiquavers, depending on how you like to talk about those. So I can really try and be in a good habit for doing that anyway, because it really helps with reading and playing music later on. Okay, so yeah, let's get into the set. Far too casual about my breath there. And I shorted one of the previous notes as well. Anyway, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there it is. 30 days of long tones in the book. Done the set every day, more or less in the same way for the most part, apart from that one day with the shortened set, and a couple of other little changes as we go along. But that's every day for 30 days. And yeah, feeling pretty good for it. Of course, still, for me, it's very much a work in progress. Not quite as consistent on as I'd like to be. I think that time the main things were, I believe, and I'll have to look back at this and just count it out, but I think I played the third space C 5 seconds too short. I think that was the one, because I looked at the counter on the camera at one point and I was finishing my note at the wrong, one of the later ones I was finishing in the wrong time, because I've been counting the seconds on the clock. And so that got me a little off, and then I got a bad breath on the next low C sharp, and so there's still things like that, and this is about developing the consistency. But we all have good days, we all have bad days, and this is, like I said yesterday, this can partly be a diagnostic tool as well, and let you feel out if you're having a good day or a bad day, and therefore what adjustments may need to be made or something like that. For me today, that was a concentration thing. I didn't count properly. It threw me off for a minute, but I got it back, and on the whole, after that, it was pretty good. Got a bad attack on a couple of the later notes. The G at the top of the staff wasn't the best, but actually once I got into them, they were feeling much more open and much better. So there's definitely improvements that I see over these 30 days. And I hope you have a similar experience. We don't need to look for these things to be perfect, because what's perfect anyway? You know, we're just out here trying to make incremental improvements every day. Try and make today a little better than yesterday. That's how we keep moving forward. And there's always something that we can do better. So I don't subscribe to this whole thing of playing perfectly, because I don't think it exists. It's always going to be something I can do better. But that aside, yeah. So overall, I'm feeling pretty positive for it. As I said before, I'm going to keep going. This is not do it for 30 days and then stop, at least not for me. If you haven't enjoyed it so much, then maybe that's something you'll choose to do. But personally, I'm going to keep going with these because I really like how they feel. Anyway, thank you once again. Thank you for those of you who have hung with me through this whole thing. These have been some long videos every day, and I know some of you have not played along necessarily and have just kind of watched the opening and closing portions, but even so, that's a lot of my waffle that you've listened to for the last 30 days, so I appreciate it. And in the meantime, we'll get on to the next video thing soon. I'm going to take a short break from doing these every day, just so I can reclaim some practice time, quite apart from anything else, rather than the time it takes to assemble the videos. But that'll also go into my planning for what comes next. So look out for a new 30 days soon, in the next few weeks. And wherever you happen to be watching this, please like the page or subscribe to the channel or follow me on Instagram or whatever those things are. Okay? And I look forward to seeing you all again soon. And in the meantime, by now you must very well know what to do. Go practice.